finally came. The rain that was forecasted to hit yesterday did not, as the sunburn you may or may not be able to see on my face will attest. But eventually, the forecasters got it right, and it's really coming down right now. In Zermatt, we've been checking our phones all morning, looking at weather, within a 100 or 200 mile radius. In Zermatt, it's pounding snow. So now the, opportunity to do Matterhorn might be passing. Blanc's still on the table though, because we're not as worried about fresh snow on Blanc as we were with fresh snow on the Matterhorn. I think today is just gonna be it's a rain delay on our adventure.
I'm just looking at the weather radar, and the mountain's 35 miles to the south from here, southwest. And see that big blue line? That's heavy snow, and that's right on the Matterhorn right now. But I am getting on Instagram, and the most recent photo, which was 5 minutes ago, there in Zermatt, shows it not too bad. But I don't know when this girl posted, so I just said, is this actually that recent? So.
Prime conditions probably up top on the mountains today. We're gonna use this as a travel day. This is the kind of rain that dumps feet of new snow on high mountains. Pretty sure that if this is what's taking place in Zermatt, there's going to be avalanche danger. And we're simply not prepared for that. We were planning on a summer trip.
Part of being an amateur in the mountains is knowing when to say when. This is a great time to have a Christoph moment and just sit back and relax.
I like that. Right now is a great time to pull a Christoph. We're gonna do a Christoph in Switzerland. Eat fatty foods, drive around in a car, maybe hit a spa. He actually went ahead so he could go to the pharmacy and get some aloe vera for his sunburns. Driving up to Zermatt, and I'm sure most of you, if not all of you, know you can't drive to Zermatt. You have to take a train from a town called Tash. But it's been a very entertaining 2 to 3 hour drive. We went through a tunnel, and to go through the tunnel we had to drive the car onto a train. So I've never done that. Check that off the list. And yeah, the weather cleared up, and now it's getting a little rainy again. But for now, we're just worried about getting a hotel room and maybe a view of the mountain. Is that too much to ask for before going to bed? Also, maybe a hot pizza and a Coke with no ice in the cup. I think that's going to happen. I'm going to get a Coke and there won't be any ice.
We are sitting at the train station in Zermatt, underneath shelter, because you can hear the thunder rolling and the rain is dumping out there. It's actually quite cold. I imagine it's got to be dumping snow up there right now, by the feet possibly even, with how heavy the rain is right now. Christoph's booking a hotel because he is not app challenged. He seems like he has an app for everything. We're getting Venmo requests by the minute. From Christoph as well. I think I have 3.
Yeah, I'm backed up 3.
Anyway, we're just trying to make a plan. You know when you do these things, you have to be so flexible and willing to change plans at any moment. So we're gonna get geared up in our rain gear and make the trek on foot, then on the gondola up to the next town called Fury.
Die Zermatt-Bergbahnen und das Matterhorn-Museum begrüßen Sie herzlich im Matterhorn-Express. Genießen Sie die Fahrt und die Kunstinstallation.
We're headed up to this hotel or shack. I was just hoping the gondola would deposit me right in my room. The doors would open, there'd be a fire crackling, hot chocolate steaming on a table. No such luck. Matt told me that this trail right here with the wood chips on it lead from there. You can go all the way to the summit of the Matterhorn, almost a direct route. So the perfect hotel. Weather's supposed to be good tomorrow, but not great, and then better the day after that. So we think we might just try and sit out this storm. And then hopefully on Thursday, climb the Matterhorn. The guy running the desk here at the hotel has climbed the Matterhorn 250 times. So hopefully we'll be able to tap his extensive knowledge of the, the Hornlee route. But we'll see. Okay, it looks like the last rays of sunlight have lit up snow-covered mountains and the clouds have cleared. So on the plus side, it looks like the storm might be moving on, but on the downside, we recently spoke in depth with the guide here, and we asked if he would climb the Matterhorn with snow, and he said never. So pretty much, if there's snow on the Matterhorn, according to this guy, you don't climb it. And it typically requires 3 or 4 days of sunshine to melt it enough to actually climb. So I know this bums all of us out, me, Christoph, and Matt, but we just agreed that we're not gonna climb. Well, we can't climb the Matterhorn, so that's taken off the list. We might go up and climb something as kind of like a consolation prize in the morning, but it's not going to be difficult or technical, because he also told us, the guide, that the Hornlee hut, which is at like 11,000 feet, has 1.5 feet of snow as of 2 days ago. So they really got hammered with snow here in the middle of July. And that's made climbing the Matterhorn impossible, except for all of the most experienced Superman-like mountaineering guys. So anyway, we're gonna have a leisurely wake-up time, eat breakfast, and then we'll probably take the tram up and go up and climb, like I said, a consolation peak. I think we'll get up to 13,600 feet, which will be good. And then we're gonna figure out what else we're gonna climb, because I don't think we're done yet climbing stuff. The weather isn't supposed to get really great, but it isn't supposed to get worse, so we're hoping we can maybe catch another break in the weather and get on top of another peak after today.
What's up?
Hey, how you feeling?
Good. How are you?
You ready to go?
I thought we were meeting at breakfast at 7:30.
So Danny's kind of been up looking out the window. He was just thinking, hey, let's just grab something right here, just whatever we have, and then just head up right now. Because it's blue sky up there.
Okay, well, give me a couple minutes. I'll be ready.
All right. That's why he's a team player.
Mm-hmm.
We're thinking Christoph was gonna be like, well, I thought the plan was 7:30 because I would like to have breakfast, but whatever, guys. I could tell that's what he was really thinking, but because he's a team player, he was just sucking it up. He's like, I will jam nasty running food down my mouth if it means that we get to go see, maybe the Matterhorn in blue light and morning light rather than the fog coming in.
What's going on out there right now is, I'm hopeful, is just an undercast. Yeah. Because when I woke up this morning, I peeked out this window at about 5:30, and I could see blue skies and snow-capped peaks with just fresh white snow. So I was telling Matt, we actually planned this correctly. We came here, we rolled the dice, we came here to climb the Matterhorn, but we had no idea that the snow would be such a factor. And of According to a couple people, there's a lot of snow up there. So today we're going to take our consolation prize, which is a nearby peak. It should be a walk in the park, as much as a mountain in the Alps can be a walk in the park.
I'm playing this song to say I'm sorry. I didn't forget anything.
We have gone from 103 degrees at home to probably in the teens up here at the top of Matterhorn. But we're gonna pop out on this glacier with a group of friendly people and head up to Breithorn. Taking slow steps up the Breithorn. We're in the 12,000 to 13,000 foot range, and it's kind of slowing us down. Beautiful. Feels like the middle of winter, but in fact it's the middle of July up here. You know, for a consolation prize, with this being not the Matterhorn, not bad.
Great ridge life. We could really use a clearing because we could blow your minds with this view right now.
We summited Breithorn, then went through zero visibility, or near zero, over a very, very sharp ridge. Matt was able to straddle it successfully. And then we came up here to central Breithorn. You can do a traverse that keeps going that way, but we're not getting the views we hoped we would get. So we're probably gonna turn around. I mean, I don't know if you can see down there, but it feels extreme with an X and no E. Just down there, Glacial Valley, down there you have Zermatt and glaciers, and trust me, it looks awesome if you could see it. But we're gonna turn around right now and head back to the tram and then go pack up stuff and drive to Chamonix. Matt faked a cough so nobody else would get into the gondola with us, so now we've got it all to ourselves. If you were in the valley looking up at the mountains, you would think it was not worth your time or the $100 to go up to the top. But it was worth it. And you know, we bought the Swiss half pass, so our tickets only cost $48. The Matterhorn is over here somewhere, completely encased in clouds. And I think that we've all moved on. We'll come back and climb the Matterhorn at another time. The greatest thing about Europe is that you can get right to the good stuff and be doing technical hard terrain with very little effort because of all of the lifts and gondolas. And in some ways it makes it a ton of fun because you don't have to do the 6,000 foot approach through what is undisputably beautiful terrain, but then get up high all tired and fatigued. You get right to it. And our hike today was a perfect example of that. And the Jungfrau was also a great example of what Europe, or at least Switzerland, can offer. And that is immediate access to cool terrain. And it's weird because it feels like it isn't as dangerous as it is because of all the facilities, but it's definitely dangerous. It's just easy to get to.